Hello and welcome. My name is Stefan Christiansen and I'm a business solution consultant here at Formpipe. Today I'm excited to introduce you to the Lasernet connector for Dynamics 365 Business Central. Dynamics 365 Business Central is a powerful business management solution that helps streamline your operations and improve efficiency. However, to truly unlock its full potential, you need seamless document management and integration capabilities. That's where the Lasernet connector comes in. So as you can see on the screen right now, I have the Business Central open. I will head over to Sales and post Sales Invoice to show you a quickly demonstration of how it actually looks printing a report in Lasernet. So we can click on any random invoice here, and I will click on Print Send and Print. As you can see, it now opened up the Lasernet print options. So you can see here, Lasernet Sales Invoice. So how many copies do you want? Do you want to show internal information, archive documents, and then the most important one, Lasernet options. So here you can choose between different printing options. Preview, which is printing the PDF to the screen so you can see it on your screen. Save to PDF file, print, send email, e-invoice, fax, custom port, or predefined destinations. Predefined destinations is our print management where you can set up different rules. Go to this email or this or that or this printer if this happens. So you can set up like a rule scheme. So for example, when you're doing a very big batch job, you can make it go that way you prefer. But in this case, let's go preview so we can actually see the PDF file on the screen. So now it's printing the sales invoice, the posted sales invoice through Lasernet. As you can see now on the screen, we have got this gorgeous PDF file printed up on the screen. You could also click on Print Send and send by email, which will also generate the PDF file through Lasernet, the connector we have. And here you can see it will find email. If we have any email on the customer itself, it will find it automatically. We have a subject, we have a description. For example, if we headed out of this card email, we went into the customer number, the customer. We can set up here on the Lasernet, you can set up a preferred print method. So when you actually press the print button, what should be the preferred one, the default one? Let's take send email. And then for this case, we are just going to use my email as a test. So there we go. Save it and go back. So now if I say print send by email, you will see it generates the PDF file again. It is attached down here. So you can see attached down here. And then you can see here, it's my email that it automatically has gotten from the customer card, the customer. And again, the topic and the description. This can fully be customized, whatever you want in the subject or want in the description. That is something you can set up in Lasernet options. I will show you. And again, you can change anything you wanted here, or you can change it down here how you want it. So it's very cool that the person who is printing this can actually put in some personal touch if needed. Then you could say send email, and it will now be sent. You could also go to print send, print, and just do here, send email. This will just send an email directly with all the options you just saw, the body, the subject, just everything you saw there will just go straight ahead. You would only do this one here if, for example, you wanted to maybe double check something or change something. But let's do something interesting. So let's say on this one here, if you print it and you're going to print it to screen, let's say that these products you have on the line here, you want to actually add the pictures of it. So each of these products here have a picture, but you actually want those pictures on the sales invoice. Or if any other field you could think of that you wanted to be adding to this report here, you can actually do that. We can add fields without having to code anything. So you don't need to code anything, call any developers. We can add the fields directly. And let me show you how to do that. So if we go back, you will be able to find here Lasernet Document Management. Here we have a lot of different set of things. For example, as I showed you before, we also have the email templates. So for example, if I take the email template for sales invoice and we say modify, you can see this is the one that I was getting before when I was when I was sending the email. This was the one you saw. But the interesting one we're going to talk about now is document layout, which is where you can actually create customizations to your report. It doesn't add any code or things that would interfere with development in the BC, don't worry, it's just in this application. So I will press new. I will select which report is this for. It's for the sales invoice. I will give it a number. We're just going to call it 1 since I don't have anyone else. And I'm just going to call it sales invoice in the description. Then you just hit the suggestion button, which will add all the default tables directly in to your report here. So now it has the default tables and the default relations that you need. So first of all, I would need to now add the images in here. The images is added through another table. It's actually down on an item table. So I know that the item table can be connected through this line. So this is the line. You can see this is the header where we have all the header information and the line information. I will press add because I need a new table. And I need the table, which is I think it's number 27. There we go. Item. So you can see this is all the different tables in the entire BC. And if you need information from any of these other tables, you just add them. So here you can see I'm adding the item label table, the item table. Now we need a connection between the sales invoice, well, actually between the sales invoice line and the item. And I know from small research that the number here, the field number 1 number, is actually matching with this one here, number. So basically what it does is here on the number, this one here is this is the 2 fields that is going to talk between sales invoice line and item. So we have number from sales invoice line and number from item line. So these 2, we just need some kind of like field that makes them speak with each other. Now I can go down here in fields and we can select the field that we need. I know that field number 92 is a picture. There we go. Making sure I'm also enabling my line here. So now you can see we got the item table. We have made a relation to the item table and we have added the picture. There we go. So we're saving it. And now let's go back to my sales posted invoices. We're going to select the one I had before because I know that one has pictures. We're going to print it and print it to screen. As you can see now, nothing has actually happened. It hasn't done anything with the visuals, but that's because we have an application we're using to generate these documents. So if I go back in the Lasernet developer, here is the workflow. Every time you press print, it receives the XML file from BC, it generates the design here and sends it back to BC again. Very simple configuration. So if I go into my forms, this is the layout for all my different reports. So here we have invoice. So if I go into the invoice and I press F12 to get the newest data, the one I just printed. And now I can see if I select here, this is the design area, and on the left is the XML side. This is all the data we have added. So every time you add a new data, a new table, the data will be on the left side. So I can see here, this is my item line. We can see here sales invoice. And here you can see this is the field I actually added, picture. The picture is stored inside a base 64. So what I do is in the left side, here the image, I take the drop down, job, base 64. Then we click on the image text. And now you can see it actually added the image into the design. You can place it as you want. You can make them smaller, bigger, whichever prefers you. You could even, if you wanted, add any other data you have in here that needs. Let's say that you need the shipping agent. Well, then we click on rearrange. We click on shipping agent. And now we have this label here, or this field here, called DHL Systems Inc. So I could add it here if I wanted by just drag and dropping, make it bold, save, close it. Now I just have to commit my changes. Added images. So if we ever go back and look at the versions we have updated, we now know what I did here and deploy my changes. Now go back to BC and let's do it one more time. Print, preview. There we go. So as you can see now on the screen, I have gotten my new field here, which just was in the data but wasn't being used, and also my pictures. But with this, you can customize your design as much as you want, with just drag and drop in. You can change the colors, the logos, anything you could think of on a very basic practice. And again, you can add any data you can think of from any table, any field. If you need something from another table, we can add it in. We just need to know the relation between these two tables, and that's it. So I hope my little presentation gave you a good introduction into what Lasernet can do for your Business Central solution. And again, we can do so much more. So if you want to be in contact with us to talk about what we can do for you, well, contact us on sales@formpipe.com or find us on formpipe.com, and let's stay in touch. Thanks for watching.